Hello everybody and welcome to the Franklin Township Public Library. My name is Miss Lana and today I'm going to share with you a draw and tell story. So what is a draw and tell story? Well, it's simply drawing a picture while you're telling a tale, a story. I'm going to share with you a mouse in a house today. I have a whiteboard and I've got a dry erase marker, but you could use a piece of paper and a crayon in your house, or you can use sidewalk chalk and go outside with your family to the driveway or to a sidewalk, and you can tell a story that way too. Here we go. A mouse in a house. Once upon a time, there was a house that had a mouse living in it. Now I'm going to show you at this point in the story, all I'm doing is drawing some shapes. I drew a wall, a square, for a wall in the house, and I drew a little square for the mouse hole in the wall. And you'll see as I tell the tale, I'm really just going to be doing a lot of shapes. Now that you know what to expect, I'm going to tell you the whole story from beginning to end. A mouse in a house. Once upon a time, there was a house, and there was a little mouse that lived in a hole in the wall. Well, he was bored and he wanted to go and investigate and see what kind of fun things he could do on an adventure. So he looked outside his little mouse hole and he saw there was a room. He crept outside, he listened for a cat or a dog, but he didn't hear any, and he crept all around his room and back again to his little mouse hole. It wasn't much of an adventure, but he did see there was a window that showed a backyard, and so he thought he'd go investigate there. So he crept back out his mouse hole into his room, and he went to the backyard. He went outside. The backyard was a little bit bigger than his room. And he walked all around, but he didn't see any cats or dogs or anything interesting really. Although outside the backyard, there was a stream with rocks and stones. There were leaves that he could sniff and smell, and he thought that would be a fun adventure. So again, he listened closely. He didn't hear a cat and he didn't hear a dog, and he went out back into his room and into the backyard. And then he went outside and went all around where the lake, the river was, with the streams and the rocks. And he collected lots of little pebbles, lots of little stones, and some sticks so that he could decorate his little mouse hole. On his way back, he heard woof, woof, a little dog. He got so nervous he dropped a few of his stones as he ran back through the woods. Whew, he made it back into his yard. Whew, he took a deep breath, a sigh of relief. And then he heard, meow, a little cat. And he got scared and he dropped a few more of his stones. Woof, woof. The dog had gotten into their backyard. So the mouse thought quickly and he tossed some of his sticks. And so the dog would chase them instead of chasing him. Here are the sticks. And then he ran as fast as he could and he made it into his little house. But meow, the cat followed him in and raced all around the room, and he dropped all his tiny pebbles that he'd collected from the stream. And then he dropped his best stick. It was a little pointy stick. Meow, the cat was still chasing him. So he dropped his last two stones so that he would be a little lighter and faster, and he made it right into his mouse house in his little hole before the cat. And then the cat sniffed and the dog sniffed all around. They had a little adventure too. And the mouse had made it safely back home into his little house. The end. So this is the story of the mouse house, but I don't think this is a picture of a mouse, do you? No, it's a picture of a snowman, right? This snowman is for winter. Hopefully we'll have some snow soon. And thank you for visiting the Franklin Township Public Library and listening to my draw and tell story, A Mouse in a House. See you soon.